Look, that's what he got. This was the game that Baker Mayfield was going to show you. I can stand toe-to-toe with the elite quarterbacks in the league and outduel them. I'm at home, I'm in my backyard, and I got Kyler Murray coming in. His coach has COVID. Their best defensive player has COVID. This is my opportunity. And what did he do? First 4 drives, 3 and out, turnover, downs, fumble, INT. Can I interest you in that? I kept telling you, Baker Mayfield needs everything to be perfect. Now, he didn't have Chubb, but Kareem Hunt was running. Now, Kareem Hunt went out. Would look like a very bad injury. Chubb is out. So we're going to see just what your guy can do when he don't have the threat of that bonded running game. Can he throw the Browns to victory? Skip, look here. I thought their defense played well early, considering that Baker was turning the ball over. I thought he owned a bakery shop. Turnovers, apple, cherry, didn't matter. He had a bunch of them.
Well, he's a baker.
Yeah. So that might be his next commercial for Uber Eats. They deliver pastries also.
Yep.
Skip, look. This is what I want to know also. Oh, he re-aggravated. So was the shoulder re-aggravated before or after he threw that Hail Mary? Because remember, Skip, he was running down the field. Whoa, Baker taking off running. He running like this here. And I ain't seen him favor that shoulder or anything. Then all of a sudden, they started putting foots in him like I told you they would. He all up in the tent. He come out the tent throwing. You not Lamar. Lamar Jackson is the only quarterback that can go to the tent, go in the locker room, come out the ambulance, and still deliver a victory. That's not you, Baker. I keep telling you, you're not that guy, buddy. Trust me, you're not it. And I keep telling you, he's not that guy, Skip. He's not that guy. He's average. And as soon as you realize that, so you know what? I've hitched my wagon to an average guy that can't pull it with an enormous amount of speed, and he can't pull it that far, you're going to be okay. But just realize, he's not that guy, Skip. He's not it.
You will just not give that guy any breaks.
For what?
You will not be realistic. You will not be accurate with what he was doing.
Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick. You hitched your wagon to him. You said, I said Baker. Deliver.
So here's what he was up against yesterday. A month ago, he tore the labrum in his left shoulder, and it has now dislocated 4 different times over the last 4 weeks. Yesterday, according to Baker, it popped out twice. It just completely dislocated. And he was even wearing a harness on his left shoulder. Go try throwing a football with a harness on your left shoulder.
He threw the ball 60 yards in the end zone on the Hail Mary.
Guts, pure guts.
Okay, well, have just the whole game.
Adrenaline lets you, and you got to shoot it up and you got to let it fly. But when people keep running into you because neither of your tackles is able to play yesterday, there's no Jedrick Wills and there's no Conklin. These are Pro Bowl type cornerstones on your left and your right, and neither of them played. And even without Chandler Jones yesterday, they terrorized Baker Mayfield. They were all over him from the start. And it got so bad that he had to go in the tent twice to get his shoulder popped back into place. And if we could see his post-game sound in which he was wearing a sling, please.
He better not come out in the post-game with a sling on.
Yep.
How you feel when
my goodness.
your arm's in a sling? How bad is it?
Feels like
Feels like SH.
So he won't be able to shoot him more progressive commercials, huh?
He's going to get shot with something, but not a progressive commercial. But because they got to turn right around and play on Thursday night against your Broncos in Cleveland. And I don't know if he can suck it up and turn it around and play. So not only was he without his 2 cornerstone tackles, he was without the driving force of his run game, Nick Chubb, and they were ranked #1 in rushing coming into the game, and there was no Chubb, and Kareem Hunt went down and out of the game later in the game, as you know.
That's Baker's chance to say, you know what? We're more than a running team.
Okay. Was he with his best receiver? No, he was without Jarvis Landry yesterday, and he's still stuck with the Odell problem. And Odell gets to be more and more of a problem.
How Odell a problem?
Can we see 4th and 4 to 7 early in the 4th quarter when it was still a game, please? Could we see what happened?
It was never a game.
Oh, really? It wasn't. Is that catchable? This guy can make every catch in the world in the pregame show that he puts on. That hits
was a
him
drop.
right in the hands,
That was a drop,
and he
Skip.
dropped it.
That was a drop.
This is 4th and 4 at the 7. That's going to be a first down. And the point is, if they get it in the end zone and hit the 2-point try, it's only 30-22. It's a one-score game if Odell just catches the bleeping ball right there.
Okay.
There's something wrong with Odell. There's something definitely wrong with Baker and Odell. It just doesn't work. He forces it to him. He force feeds him. He tries too hard. He's too Odell conscious. He's too Odell centric. It's not working. They need to move on from Odell. They need to move Odell elsewhere. You would like to see Odell traded for a very different reason, just because you're sick of seeing him in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing him in Baker's lineup because Baker is much better without him. And I'm going to say it again. Down the stretch last year with no Odell, 11 games, the Browns go 8-3, but Baker goes 20 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. And Pro Football Focus ranks him on grade the 4th best quarterback in pro football over the 11-game stretch. 4th best to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and Deshaun. Are you kidding? And you say he's not that guy when he was just that guy all last year and went to Pittsburgh and beat their arch rival in a playoff game.
Yeah, Pittsburgh played. Look,
Okay.
we're going to talk about that. But here's a guy that was 3 of 10 on first down. He had 9 minutes less time of possession. But here's the thing, Skip. We say wide receiver is a dependent position. Well, Baker Mayfield plays a dependent position. The quarterback position that he plays is dependent on the running game. When you neutralize the Browns' running game, Baker Mayfield is average. You will not admit that. Josh Allen is better than Baker Mayfield. Lamar Jackson is better than Baker Mayfield. Justin Herbert is better than Baker Mayfield. All those young guns.
I couldn't tell about Justin Herbert yesterday. He looked like he's back at Oregon yesterday. It was the guy at Oregon that even you said, man, I don't know about
No, I
him.
didn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I also said that about your guy Baker Mayfield also. But you won't want to admit that one. But I tell you what, you will
No,
not.
you like Sam Darnold in that draft. Way to go.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, he ain't much
Cling
better.
to that.
He ain't much better than Sam Darnold.
Oh, really?
He ain't much better than Sam Darnold. He ain't much better.
Sam Darnold can't
He
play.
ain't much better. If you'd have put Baker Mayfield at the Jets, you'd have got evicted. He looked like Sam
By
Darnold
the
with
way,
Sam
your
Darnold
other
with the
guy
Jets.
that you drove the bandwagon on, Tua, he can't play. He just
Tua
can't
looked good.
play.
Tua looked good yesterday.
He looked terrible to me. I watched the whole game.
The man threw for 347.
Yeah, he throws it like 7 miles an hour.
And get there.
Yeah, he couldn't get a speeding ticket with his arm.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It was effective. Look, we'll talk about. I don't know if we got this in the rundown, but look, I don't like Brian Flores. I don't know what he was thinking of the situation with 5 seconds on the clock, playing for the Hail Mary when all they need is 10 yards to get in field goal range and kick a 53
That was a
up.
sweet, clever little call.
Yeah,
just throw that quick slant and just get it down on the ground, slide they call it, and just.
Yeah, well, tell me what Brian Flores was thinking.
Okay,
But anyway, no, I'm not going to let you distract me from Baker. You're not going to distract me from Baker.
Yep.
And think about it, Skip. The defense held. Baker had 2 first-half turnovers, both of them on Cleveland and Cleveland side, holding a field goal. That's what the defense did.
Really?
And Baker threw the Hail Mary coming out. Woo! Everybody fired up going into the locker room and stuck it up from there on.
2 shoulder dislocations in one game, and you don't have Nick Chubb, and you don't have Jarvis Landry, and you don't have either Pro Bowl quality tackle. You don't have any of that, and you're wearing a harness?
Yeah. Guess what? Well, they tell me Kyler Murray dislocated his ankle from putting it in Baker Mayfield's butt. And I gotta say it's dislocated. He walked out of there with a boot, hobbling. Yeah, say J.J. Watt carried him on his back up out of there. Say, man, hey, rest that ankle. We gonna need this.
Kyler is out of his mind.
No, out of his
By the way,
mind.
I told you A.J. Green was going to change the way they play football, and he does, because if you single him, he is going to scorch you.
But Skip, you got D-Hop on one side, you got A.J. Green, but Christian Kirk and Rondell Moore and Zach Ertz is about to get there, and he's better than the Williams kid that got hurt. He's a better tight end than him. This offense is about to go to another level.
And James Conner, no longer in Pittsburgh, he looks pretty great.
And still, you got the little guy with those legs, Skip. Man, that Joe going 100. He like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
Man, he going all over the place.
Who did tell you coming out of college that he was the real deal and worthy of the #1 pick? And who scoffed? Who was skeptical? The Hall of Famer was skeptical of Kyler Murray.
Why did I say, why was I skeptical, Skip?
He's too little.
He's smart.
Okay.
Skip, can he stay healthy?
Well,
that was my only concern, Skip.
So far, so great.
Right. So hopefully, we 6 games in. Hopefully, we don't have that.
By the way, he did it yesterday with, weirdly, the assistant receivers coach calling pass plays, while the assistant offensive coordinator in charge of the run game called running plays. How do you combine? Who chooses whether it's time to pass or run? When you got two voices in your ear, it's just like the weird, and it worked because Kyler made it work.
Yeah, but I'm saying who didn't make it work?
Well, he's hurt.
Whoa.
Look, they were just running away with the rushing title, and they had a great 73 total yards rushing yesterday. That worked?
I know a team that their running game got neutralized by the Indianapolis Colts on a Monday night. It got neutralized. They say, we refuse to allow you to get 100 yards. And all he did was go out there and throw for 442 and 4 touchdowns. Now, I ain't going to call the guy named Lamar Jackson, who's in the MVP. We're going to talk about him. But that's what you do. If they neutralize, what Dak Prescott do yesterday, they take away the run. We're not going to let you run the football. Dak says, okay, fine. Bap, 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 bap. Hey, Lamar Jackson, that's your time, Baker. Skip, that's your time to shine.
Well, if you're healthy, you could shine.
If
you have anybody who can block for you, you could shine. If you have anybody who could run the ball, you could shine.
6 weeks, 7 weeks into the season, everybody got bumps and bruises. I can't evaluate that. I see number 6 on the field. I see Mayfield on the back of the jersey. Guess what? If you don't get it, he gonna see another Mayfield, a Mayfield moving band. If you don't get it in gear, that's the next Mayfield you gonna see up in Cleveland.
After he won a playoff game.
I know a bunch of guys that won playoff game and got up out of there. Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl, and they got him up out of there.
How many playoff games has Lamar won?
One.
Oh, it's only one.
Yeah, how many Baker won?
One.
MVP. Lamar Jackson already got one of those on his resume. Your guy ain't even come close to MVP.
Well, he had an 11-game MVP stretch last year.
Ain't no MVP. What is that?
How many head coaches and coordinators has Lamar had in his time in the league?
Your guy keep getting the fire.
One?
Your guy keep getting the fire.
Really?
Your guy keep getting the fire.
My guy's had